So here's the debriefing session. Oopsie. Here's a debriefing session. I always save as much mask as possible. Because these masks, they cost a lot of money. Don't want to waste resources too. Remember, waste not, want not. Maybe, if I'm lucky, I'll be able. That's my favorite term, isn't it? If I'm lucky, I might be able to use these sacks to hold another bottle. No, they're too small. Maybe I'll crush a bunch of cans together. Maybe I'll crush a bunch of pop cans together and fill these things up. Again, waste not, want not. We want every bag to have everything to have a purpose. So let's do that. Once we empty out this bag, and I see the thing just fell down. So let's close this bag up. So this will be another project. I'm going to be doing some sawing of some trees. I have my saw out. I want to get good use of my saw and my hand saw. And I'm going to go in the summertime to go trim it down. And I guess I got this. Got this guy here. So maybe I'll put this aside. Kind of place the containment unit into the containment unit, the bag, the bottle bag down there. Fill these two things up with soda or soda cans. This place gets filled up with shit all the time. Do we even fucking need this fixture anymore? Let's throw this out. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know why it's there. Put my face gloves here somewhere. Yeah, this thing is holding together quite nicely. More rubbing alcohol though. This is not going to be enough for the tree project. This is not going to be enough for the tree project. It's 2 rubbing alcohols. We use this to try and clean out our saws when we go to do the amputation operation. Put the feather duster there. Put my useless gloves over here because I really didn't get a good use of it. I hate wearing gloves. I don't have enough grip. I don't have enough grip in reality there. So now we're able to fill up these bags to the brim. The maximum. Now be careful not to let these things fall down too much, otherwise they'll break. Okay, so this bottle might fall out, so it might break, so let's put it up here. Careful not to let some of these things fall out. So I estimate this little collection here. This uneven collection here. There we go. I estimate this uneven collection here has about maybe 500 or so bottles. I can throw this to the side maybe. From these goblet shaped bags, you throw it to the side. There we go. Make it like as neat and tidy as possible every time you come in here. See, now it's all this nice pile. It's all the bottom is all solid. Solid ones are all the bottom. I'll be going to do a bottle run on Monday again, on this Sunday again. That's why I'm doing. That's why I'm cleaning it out, because I'm going to start filling this guy up too. Then I'm going to go again for another side run. Kind of like fuse. See, sometimes these bags have holes in it. You know, I got this from I think this one already was torn in. Some bottle collector already. Some fellow scavenger already collected this. So I don't know where I put this. Maybe I'll poke a hole here, so I can use this as an anchor to hold this little. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Not too tight, but I don't want to rip the anchor hole I just made. See? There. Always guy for everything, huh? That's what we do with Scouts. And again, the square knot. There we go. Put us up there. Throw these weird shaped ones out here too. Throw these weird shaped ones up here. This one will be filled up next time. Another weird shaped one. We'll throw it down there now. There. It's like playing Tetris almost. I'm going to put Tetris down there. There. Always see if you can try to solidify the side. Try to make it as square as possible so it lays flat. This is for you, son, too, you know. And my Vietnamese wife, Big Dao. And this is how I got your mother to how I got your mother to World Youth Days. A lot of this, but the thing is, I mean, it's not that I do this work. Also, it's not just hard work that I do it just for this. I'm saving these up. Like I said, I usually give this to a charity, to the Star Trek Club. Usually to a Star Trek Club, and then I usually donate it to a charity, and they come and pick it up. But you know, I decided just to give it to you, honey, this time. So I removed everything. I still have access to the tool shed here. I have like 7 bags down there that are large, 1 large bag there, so 8 large bags, multiple smaller bags here. So maybe I'll collect. And this whole bunch of bags here as well. So I'm gonna start filling up these smaller ones and start filling the gaps on there. So you still have I can still sort of move this bag here and start to reach to there. If I ever need those tools, but I never opened in there in a long time. So what we plan to do this summer is eventually I'm gonna go for one more trip to the world, around the world. Bring my father's hammer there. This is gonna be the hammer and the gloves that built the world. Built lots of world projects. In the meantime, I'm going to bring this back into my... Sometimes I'm smart enough to use my gloves to pick up bottles. In this case, I'm not smart enough to use the bottles to clean up there. To clean the bottles there, because I was wearing my SARS mask up there. And yeah, once again, you know, the plastic SARS mask over there. I'm going to crush some cans. Some pop cans and see how many pop cans fit in there. You know, waste not, want not. Everything's recycled, everything's reused on this planet Earth by God. He gives us so finite resources that He wants us to make the best of it. I'm finally going to close the window here. Sometimes this thing opens up in the springtime, but not this time now. all the space here. And once I start to get good money going, I start to buy some cheap ass wood from the Restore, some old wood from the Restore. Start to create works of art for church houses. For church houses, start to build a fence. When we start to rent out church houses or monasteries to priests or whatnot, or perhaps to the recoveries, the people who are recovering, just rent a house, divide it into multiple rooms, and then we furnish it. I like to build it. This is some fertilizer and weed killer. We're gonna spray this next summer. Paint whenever the deck or the fence needs painting. This is what's being used. My weed trimmer's here somewhere. Can't wait to use that. Can't wait to use that in the summertime. It's over there. And then yeah. Good old Israel flags looking over the workshop, looking over the Gogol shop. The Gogol's adventure of Gogolness. Some screws. WD-40. I'm going to start spraying some WD-40 into the fan. I'm going to clean out the fan today, and I'm going to start spraying it down. Yeah, hun. See, this is all covered in sawdust from when Franco did his work here. This is covered in saw shit. Franco did his work in here. When he was building this place, building the flooring, everything is covered in shit. I'm gonna start wiping the table down. Yeah, a lot of projects got done here. Okay, so this is it. Back in 2015, this is when the whole show started, and 2020, in 2 more years, there'll be the 5th anniversary of the Gogol show. First see how I looked then and how I look now, right? Gained a lot of weight. Got older. I gained a lot of weight, so trying to lose this weight and try to when you get older, you get older. All this is lie and soap, and no sleep. Like I was writing my article, but I had to empty out the containment unit. This is like Ghostbusters, where he says when the trap is clean, the light is green, the trap is clean, the containment unit is good to go. Garbage there. Alright, this is Uncle Gogol's garage. So thank you for watching our show. We're gonna be right back. Let's go. So take a one last look at the hard work we've done. Our artwork here. These two sneaky looking things there. Oh, see, look. See, now it starts as soon as gravity starts to hold, it will go around. As gravity starts to go around, this is going to start poking a hole there, right? And so the bag starts to jiggle around. So we have to move this to the side a little bit so this doesn't poke through and rip the bag and on the way out. And then these bags get recycled. These bags never realized that they were going to end up like this. They were just food bags. Whenever I pick this up off the streets, food bags. These are garbage bags connected. They sometimes have garbage bags downtown. They have garbage bags on the ground. You don't want them to pollute, right? So you don't want them to litter. So you have to pick them up, and they just keep on piling up. And then you don't want the. So this is the bottle empire. I'm going to try and build another bottle empire here. I'm going to try and fill a little bit. I'm going to try and build another pillar to hold this shit up. Maybe build a pillar of these. We use these large bags here to start building up on this side. And it's the bottle empire. I'm going to miss the bottle empire, this particular one, because this is actually a good run. I gave away, like I said in the video, I gave away 3 larger bags to a little girl at the Bow Valley hockey team. The Bow Valley hockey team represents southern Calgary, so You know, little girl. But then at the time I thought I was going to go to the Starter Club, but then me and the Starter Club had a falling out. So I see I'm going to start filling up with this large bag here. Perhaps I can start filling up. Well, I'm going to go for another round of tightening the bag up. See, so you can still fill in a lot more. Tighten this bags up. Tighten this bag up. Tighten that bag up. Tighten that up. Just make it more tight. You're going to start making these guys a lot more tighter too. Remember, look too close to the bottom there. This guy is as tight as it can be. Maybe I can fit in some more crush cans at the bottom. Oh, see? No, it's going to poke through again. And I want to do this at least 7. I want to do this at least 7 times. So officially, this is going to go to my wife, Big Tao, for her World Youth Day. But Big Tao for her Big Tao for her World Youth Day trip and her sister's World Youth Day trip. Then and once that's done, I'm gonna start reverting back to giving. I think the next person in line, and the whole lineage of the bottle empire is the next person in line is going to be what's the project called? It's called the Vicova. Then I'm gonna get some bottle bags from Vicova. I'm gonna see about getting as much as I can. See if the bottle collector for the month. I'm gonna do a for-profit bottle drive here. I'm gonna have a guy collect all these bottles here, and he's gonna come and collect all these bottles and give you a price of it. He's gonna, of course, try to rip me off. I'm not gonna use the ethnic term here because I'm trying to not be racist, but starts with a G. He's gonna start ripping me off. So I'm going to try to get as much bags as possible out of him so I can start rebuilding the bottle empire. I think I can also raise money for vacation, for another travel vacation. In the meantime, I'm going to start using the hammer again to start nailing the fence. You know, I start in this saw. I'm going to start using the saw. And there's a sawzall in here somewhere. During my vandalism days. Here we go, a sawzall. I'm gonna start using these guys. Give these guys one more go. One more before they are retired. I'm gonna start trimming back the dead tree branches in this whole neighborhood, in some of these areas in the neighborhood to try and prevent the beetle infection. I got that as a disguise. The orange guy there. See, look how everything's in a nice pile now. Hey, it's just beautiful, isn't it? Yes, I know it's bottles, it's gross, but it's all mine. Bottle empire. I'm gonna try maybe try to square this off so I can fit another bag up there. Just go plop it in a bag up there. Try to make this as a column. Maybe in the third column there's this huge. Or we can go behind the house. We'll go behind the fence over there. In that area, so there's a fence there. There's a little garden there that grew naturally. When I was working at Esso, I used to store these bottles there, Bottle Mountain there. And then I had the scouts pick it up one time. Or they came to my house and picked it up one time. So we'll see. We'll see if the scouts come and pick this guy up, and then I'll perhaps have to give these 2 wiener dogs and these small bags up there. Maybe the scouts or the hockey team might come by again. Alright, so yeah. It's like my workshop's a little laboratory. I'm gonna start dropping off some money to the Audrey de Grey, become a 300 and a Fusilian 300. Hopefully they can extend my lifespan, my lifetime, so I can keep on doing this for a while. It's actually fun. Start giving blood for a while before they actually start doing stem cell blood and I'm obsolete. One more adventure. I pray for us. One more adventure, God. And that's it. Looks like Looks like a bow and arrow, doesn't it? Or it looks like a bow, you know, because it just slings itself with like their tail. See, it slings itself. Then, but this is it. This is one of the last remnants of the old KC Land Empire. Back when the KC Land had power and wealth and had donation blood. Oh, how I miss those days. The donating blood and bone marrow. And one more adventure, God. One more bone marrow adventure. One more blood donor run. So I'm 100, you know. I'll do 100 donations of blood. I only made it to 63. This is all that's left of my empire. It's this bottom empire. The Gogol can show my I'm going to eventually start posting more arts and crafts videos. You know, I sewed my gloves together here to make it to make these gloves relevant. See, my mom got me these new gloves because she thought these gloves are old and yucky, so she got me these new ones. This is what this glove used to look like. You know, it used to look like this, and then it got all covered in gasoline at City Links, and it started to dissolve, and see, all my sweat and stuff started to dissolve it. So, and then I have to sew it back together. You know, I'm gonna miss these guys. These guys have been always here for me. I have to switch to these guys now that I did the. These are my City Links gloves. This is what I got in City Links. City Links was actually a good memory of me. It's where I started to make something out of my life. So I got my Duke of Edinburgh award, where I gave bone marrow. This is from that time. These are artifacts from that time. You know, and these are just regular gloves that you can just get from the store, but these are my gloves. My gloves, you know? See? The sweat's falling off it. All it's holding together is these little tiny little strings. So the sweat's starting to make it fall apart inside and stuff from my hand, and the moisture from the bottles and whatnot, and the coldness. These were my gloves. This is what built all this art, good deeds and stuff. See, this prevented a whole bunch of CO2 from going into the air. And we don't have CO2. We don't have coal-fired power plants anymore. We're using gas, so it's less CO2. So even less, you know, and I can save CO2 from entering the oceans. And here we go to Louisiana, start building homes, do a few trips in Cuba, go to Africa, start building some mercy ships, especially. Out of my Catholic mercy ships. This is the gloves. This is the gloves that help build lots of projects that help improve this planet. And this is the hammer, not this guy. It's like I said, this is a fake hammer. This is like these fake gloves. This is not my hammer. This is my hammer. This is my father's hammer. This is my hammer. I duct taped it so it lasts longer because it was split. The wood is split here. All I gotta do is just machine the surface to make it like this, all jagged. But I like this hammer better because it's a real hammer. This is my mom's boyfriend's hammer. This is my hammer, my dad's hammer, you know. And here's my dad's screws and some of my dad's nails, and you know. I want to put the screws so it's really tight in there, so the screws don't fall out. Maybe I'll just close it. So I'll just label that. Maybe I'll label that screws. Yeah, I'll go in the house and label the screws, little nuts and bolts and stuff. So maybe I might get handy with some stuff in the house. I try to use up all this material because there's lots of that my dad left us in the 90s, and he left behind a whole bunch of weird soldering equipment, oscillator equipment and stuff, because he's an engineer, and he probably got that from high school, from his days as a master student, and I gotta figure out how to use it, you know. give it a one good last run. Look up oscillator, see what it's used for, and bring some of these tools, some of the newer tools from the real era. Some of these broken down tools, some of these things don't work. These timers don't work. Oh, this is so. We should our dad's legacy last by using these tools and stuff, supplies and stuff for projects that especially this whole tray there. Mein Gott, this is from the 90s. All this is from the 90s. The tackle box there and tackle box there. I don't want to. I guess when you're 40, you try to look back and try to see what you've done and with your life, and picking up trash, that's my life, right? Well, recycling, that's my life these days. Gogan's show. Remember when I first started this 5 years ago, this project 5 years ago, and started to fuck around in here all these days and stuff? I still have a lot of footage I haven't posted yet. I have to post those. I'm trying to remember what was the date on that, so I could show the progression of the whole Gogol empire. But this is probably going to be it. This is probably going to be, once I start graduating, once I start moving out on my own.